help contractors by the hundreds with all of the administrative burdens that surround handling their construction projects. That means helping them with estimating, working with them on all the administration of their supplements, and doing the administrative services back office work that enables them to focus on selling, building, and billing.
We see contractors just starting off, maybe they're struggling with the fundamentals of running a construction business. They partner up with us, their process is now defined, they're able to grow their profit margins and actually scale because they're not held back with the burden of dealing with the supplementing process. I feel proud of what we've been able to do in this industry.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the pertaining from DMO to RFG, and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? It's lead meteorologist John Choquette here for our daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and Are the Supplement and Balance Claims. Go check them out in the description below, assuming you're watching this after the fact. It's not in there quite yet if you're watching this live. So, got a bunch to talk about today. Looks like we're going to be doing some storm chasing later on this afternoon to this evening, and then talking about the potential for some very large hail tomorrow as well across the Dallas area. So let's jump right into those weather headlines. Top story here, we got giant hail possible this evening in Oklahoma, possibly even making it all the way to Oklahoma City. We'll talk about that. We also have Dallas is in the crosshairs for possibly some giant hail as well tomorrow. And we have another southeast tornado outbreak possibly in the works on Thursday. So, fortunately, a lot of folks in Mississippi and Alabama, that's not what you want to hear. Had a lot of tornadoes pretty much once a week now for the past couple weeks. We don't want that to keep going, but hey, that seems to be the weather. So maybe we have to get some hail out of that too. So we'll talk about that just a little bit as well. So jumping straight to that forecast for today, you can see I got the colors all the way up to purple here. Could see some up to baseball size hail this evening and possibly into the overnight hours here across Oklahoma, primarily in western and central Oklahoma and northwestern Oklahoma. Anywhere in the Hatching area, that's going to be your most significant threat. What's really going to come down to is there's a warm front currently located right across the Red River near Wichita Falls. And as that continues to rise north, that is wherever it is when storms fire tonight is where we're going to see the storms move through. So there's only going to be a couple storms that form. We've just had a lot of consistency with where everything's kind of lining up. Personally, it looks like we can have the potential for these really big storms anywhere really between probably about Lawton and Oklahoma City, possibly a little north Oklahoma City, a little south. So that most significant area is really going to be, again, one or two supercells that are going to form this evening, but they look like they're going to be pretty nasty with a lot of hail up to baseball size. What I'm thinking, and what Derek is thinking is what we were discussing this a little while ago, that any of the storms that do form tonight, I don't think we're going to be seeing, softball size hail, but I think we'll see a very large quantity of hail that's going to be golf ball size and larger. So I think tons of hail that's going to be pretty large, and then even just occasionally get up to that baseball size. So I got that moderate chance here for Oklahoma City, moderate chance for Woodward, moderate chance for Ardmore, slight chance for Tulsa. I think there will be some storms very late in the overnight hours that may produce some quarter-size hail even closer to daybreak tomorrow. And then I have a low chance for Wichita Falls, where I think since where the warm front is currently located, storms are likely going to be to your north. So we're going to break it down for Oklahoma City specifically, when to expect storms between 11 p.m. and 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's going to be a late night one. We could see some very large hail, again, that baseball size hail potential there with anything if it can get to Oklahoma City. And got that moderate chance again because it's only going to be one or two storms that form. And again, we'll show you guys the future radar in just a second, but it looks like it's going to be flirting with the Oklahoma City Metro, and with that, just a slightly lower chance, just because we could see some quarters in Oklahoma City, but the big hail misses them or something. So that's what I got that in there for. And there's that future radar for this evening. You can see storms are pretty much quiet through the duration of the day, but once we get to those overnight hours, you see those two angry cells blowing through. This particular run has two very angry supercells blowing through Oklahoma City pretty late in the evening hours here. That would bring it to about midnight time frame. So that would be some pretty intense hail. This would, again, be a lot of high quantities of hail, upwards over golf ball size and upwards of baseball size hail. So this could be a pretty intense night. So looks very likely Derek's going to be going out chasing. Debatable if I go chase, because we want to do live coverage if anything happens. So there will be some chasing going on this evening, going after these storms, and maybe we can follow them in Oklahoma City. So this is what we got for our hail forecast tomorrow, and a lot of folks have been waiting for this for Dallas. There we go. This is what I have for that forecast for Wednesday. Could be a pretty busy day. Looks like storms may form fairly early in the afternoon instead of happening late in the evening. This could be right after lunchtime. Some storms going to be forming just to the west of the I-35 corridor in Dallas. Could have pretty big hail, upwards of tennis ball size is what I'm saying right now. A couple things need to play out tonight, and then see how things are setting up in the morning, and I might up those sizes or adjust the hail potential and whatnot, dependent upon tonight's storms. If tonight's storm's going a little too hard in the paint, it could pull Oklahoma out of the risk with a very strong outflow boundary, but it could also set up Dallas for an even better hail risk. So moderate risk right now, upwards of tennis ball size hail. I got low chance it could make it all the way south to Austin, Texas. I think Waco is probably going to be your most southward extent of the activity. Could extend all the way to Houston, a couple rogue storms, and then looks like some pretty big hail possibly extending all the way east towards Shreveport and even towards Alexandria. So hopefully I'm not jinxing anything, but it's looking, this is the best, what I'd say, more traditional looking event for the Dallas area so far this year. And by best, I mean like only. So the storms that we had on Sunday were a little less traditional. This is looks more like that storms formed just west of town, move in, and could possibly have some very large hail. The storm cells look like they're potential for splitting as well. So if the so basically a supercell split, and you get those storms that race to the north, those can produce very large hail as well. So we'll be watching this carefully to see how things all play out. There is a chance that we could have some more storms in Oklahoma tomorrow, but that is completely dependent upon how today plays out, like I'd mentioned. Storms going a little too hard tonight, might push all that instability too far south to the Red River, but again, it really is conditional to how things play out tonight. So we'll be watching that pretty carefully. This is what one of the future radars are showing. It's going to light up like a Christmas tree here. And yeah, a lot of activity over by Dallas, and then even extending eastward, eastern Texas, parts of Louisiana. And then this particular model run does show some activity across Oklahoma tomorrow as well. We'll be watching that pretty carefully. Again, could end up being a very busy day here at the Hail Palace tomorrow, and we'll be here for all that live coverage for you guys. And obviously all the maps will be mapped live for you, and I'll have a full forecast again tomorrow, possibly recapping everything that happens tonight as well. So beyond these next couple days, there's your Thursday forecast. This is looking less like a major hail threat and much more like another strong winds and tornado threat as well for places like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. This one looks shifting a little further east. So possibly much more of a bigger threat for Georgia and parts of Alabama versus Mississippi and Louisiana, and also into the Carolinas as well for your Thursday. So we're watching this super carefully. Again, I think the hail threat for this is lower, but the strong winds and tornado threat is higher. So I'll have more of an update on that tomorrow, break it down to the wind and the hail potential for in tomorrow's forecast, along, of course, with a full breakdown of tomorrow's forecast, going city by city and all that great stuff. So low risk on Friday, everything shifts off the coast, and then things start to reset on Saturday, but it's unclear right now. The computer models have had a harder time this storm season trying to get beyond just a couple days, so I'm also kind of hedging my bets, keeping it to just within 3 days. It seems to be your best bet at getting a clear idea of what we're expecting for severe weather. So follow us here on Facebook, follow us on subscribe to our YouTube channel. You want to watch us on TV, watch our live coverage, all that great stuff, see our storm chasing, whatever it happens to be. You can hit subscribe and you can go ahead and pop that up onto your television. I think you can do it on Facebook too, but you know, whatever. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at HailTrace. Again, hit see first on Facebook and make sure you got those notifications turned on, and also on your notifications on your HailTrace app, so when we do go live with chasing or storm coverage, you guys don't miss out on that. You're able to tune in live. Give us a call at 855-334-4245. And your comments, questions, concerns, the first time at HailTrace, you need to set up a training, whatever it may be. We're here. We're answering the phones. We're answering your emails or info@hailtrace.com. We're answering messages on intercom, which is on hailtrace.com as well. And you can find more details about us there also. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back later, at the very least, with an update for storm chasing, and then live coverage tonight. Hopefully you do some hail dances. Maybe we can get a 5-star map in Oklahoma City. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it. And of course, tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. We'll have an update for that potential in the Dallas area. Again, it could end up being even a little earlier if things look like they're going to get spicy pretty early in the morning. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow, and have a great day.